It's really a special day. I mean, being today is Thursday. Um, I had an awesome weekend, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit more detailed. I just been putting little bits and pieces out there in regards to that. Also, later today, I do another podcast on this. I have been meaning to do one each day, but it didn't happen that way. So, if you're coming on now or a little later, definitely want to say I appreciate you as I go into depth. But I definitely want to do this. I want to send a big shout out to Brother Slaughter, the most puissant sovereign grand commander or the sovereign grand commander for Prince Hall United Supreme Council, United States. I want to send him a big shout out. It was great to definitely have a conversation in regards to the work that's happening. It's something, man. I mean, oh man, look, all you have to do sometime is reach out and you can have a conversation. And but definitely big shout out to Brother Slaughter, the Sovereign Grand Commander for Prince Hall, USA. That's the name of his Supreme Council. It was Prince Hall Progressive Supreme Council was the original name, but now it's Prince Hall Supreme Council, United Supreme Council USA. But with that being said, greeting everybody. Just want to send Randolph Slaughter a big shout out. Thanks for the conversation. I appreciate it. And with that being said, I'm just going to say this. I'm very proud of the brothers of the ancient, free, and accepted Masons. I'm very, very happy for you. I'm very proud of your stance. I'm elated of the mere fact that over the weekend, those of you who was in Chicago, you decided to say, look, this got to be done. You made that choice, and it's happening. We're getting out the information right now for those jurisdictions who would like to participate and work with this United General Grand Masonic Congress. It doesn't cost you nothing. You don't lose your sovereignty. It's just about coming together, working together under this particular umbrella to identify that we are one. That's what this says. This says that we will no longer be fractured and the work of Freemasonry, but we will work together as one. And that's a beautiful thing. And for those who were there, St. John's Grand Lodge, I want to send you a big shout out. You did an outstanding job of the banquet, the fellowship, there's one more thing you did. The social events that you put on, totally off the chain. A1. You had to be there and to support and to give the money that you raised and gave towards those kids' education and their scholarship really meant a lot. And I believe and I know that when we solidify this United General Grand Masonic Congress, that it's going to become even bigger. It's going to do that. So for those of you who are just coming on, earlier I sent Randolph Slaughter a big shout out in regards to the work that he's doing. He's now headed into Texas to open up a council, a consistory. Want to send him that big shout out. He's just was like in the South. I want to say Alabama, somewhere down there, or Tennessee. He just opened up another council there of the 32nd consistory. So Slaughter is doing his thing, and you have to definitely send the guy a shout out and give him thanks, piece, in regards to his works. But with that being said, speaking unapologetically in regards to the ancient, free, and accepted Mason, I'm excited. I am. I'm having a Coke, and oh, that's some real talk. I'm having a damn Coke, and I'm smiling, man. Y'all don't even know. They said this couldn't be done. Man, look, it has been talk in regards to the black ancient free and accepted Masons. You're scattered. You can't work together. You can't do this. Granted, I'm not expecting everybody to get on board. I'm not. But I'm excited of the mere fact that it's this train is on the damn tracks and it's not going to be derailed. Oh no. This train is on the tracks, bruh. So if you're interested, if your jurisdiction is interested in having that fellowship with this United General Grand Masonic Congress, you don't lose your sovereignty. You continue to maintain who you are. Oh, reach out to me. Reach out to me. As a matter of fact, we've already started the paperwork as far as what would be the process. And man, look, this is a very easy process. You get in, you begin to be, you begin that fellowship and working with this United General Grand Masonic Congress. And people often say, president. Oh, look, it really doesn't matter. But we know who's going to be the president, and we know that this person is qualified to carry that banner. And we own it. We own it. The facilitator for this United General Grand Masonic Congress is one that's respected. You know, we're about to get into it. Greetings, brothers. I'm a new brother. Well, welcome aboard. Step forward to another level. Dream come true. You thought, man, look. Man, y'all don't even know how excited I am. When I think about the pure essence of the numbers, I know, yeah, there's probably 30 Grand Lodges in Texas. There are 10 here in California. There's another 20 in New York. There's another 15 probably in Virginia, North Carolina. I mean, we're scattered, true enough, and it's multiple ancient, free, and accepted Masons, Grand Lodges in various states across the United States. There are. However, sheer numbers, I'm looking at sheer numbers. When we come together, it's a wrap. I know, like I said before, John Hall, what's happening, baby? Like I said before, everybody is not going to hop on a train because they want to see how far this train gonna move. They want to see if this train gonna lead the station. Hell, the train has already left the station. We stopping and picking up as we go. So you might as well get on this train and let's make it happen because it's on. I've heard a lot of people say a lot of different things, but brothers and sisters, the sheer number of membership that's gonna be with us, oh yeah. Second to none. Second to none. And I threw the number out 200,000. You know why? Because when other jurisdictions besides the ancient, free, and accepted Masons come together like that, and the door is open for join in to participate, it's a wrap. It's over. This is what you call building bridges. This is what you call building bridges. And most individuals who are in leadership are afraid because they're afraid I'm going to lose membership. Man, look, if you are afraid of losing membership, you've already lost them. Hear me clearly. If you are afraid of losing membership, you have already lost them. They were never your members to begin with. And that's the difference. Not afraid, not afraid at all. This is why I'm unapologetic about being a part of this craft. Yeah, I've heard a lot. But we ain't going nowhere. We've been here too long. Granted, we've had our issues and we will continue to have those issues. But when you set aside your issues for the bigger picture, the bigger dream, bigger concept, when you're able to see that, it's different. Let me tell you, when I had the opportunity to sit at the table, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, my Masonic brother, a couple of years ago, and he told us about, at that time, candidate President Obama coming to his home. And he said that they took pictures, but they wouldn't release the pictures because they understood that if he was found to be associated with him, it would be too much of a controversial for him to overcome. So they agreed that they would keep this under wraps. And Minister helped in bringing in the votes to help push Obama forward. He did. We're sitting at the table. This is a true story, and as he helped and pushed forth brothers to get out to vote, to separate himself. He didn't want to be in the limelight, but he wanted to work behind the scenes and see that we have a black president come along. He removed himself and said, look, do your thing. I will support you. I would tell my members that we would get behind you in our own way. And they did. And later on, it came out, that he had his association with the minister. But by then, he's out of office. Pictures start coming up, him being at his home. And I learned that sometimes, for those of us who are in these different positions, it's okay to take a step back and push someone else forward. Okay? If you're too controversial, sometimes you have to take a step in order for the big picture to happen. And some of us who are grand masters of the various jurisdictions, we know our light shine. So sometimes you have to take that step back for the bigger picture. This is why, once again, I'm unapologetic about who I am in the jurisdiction for which I associate with, for the jurisdiction for which I love, and you should love and associate with your jurisdiction just the same. I don't take nothing away from you. I would not disrespect another jurisdiction because they're not part of me. That's what sets me apart from anybody else. That's what sets this jurisdiction that I'm a part of away from anybody else. Look, you do you and I'll do me. And somewhere along the line, if we are truly who we say we are, if we're true Masons to the core, we can agree to disagree and respect each other and move forward and work together. That's what we can do. Some of you can't handle that. Your egos are in the way. You're listening to other people in your ear. You got a whole lot of other things going on. So you can't handle the mere fact of really seeing the big picture because your mind ain't there yet. You're not grown enough to understand the progress. See, you hadn't yet set the seed. You need to be able to plant a seed. And some of you can't plant the seed because you won't water the seed. You want to see it now. See, this seed that we're seeing happening, this tree that's growing right now, man, it was planted years ago. And those who planted that seed years ago, they may not see it, but it's coming, it's happening, and a lot of people can't stand it. They thought because you couldn't see the roots taking beneath the soil, they didn't see the roots taking form, they didn't see it. So they thought there was nowhere in the book. They didn't see it. So they thought ancient, free, and accepted Mason would always be where they at, be disrespected. They thought we would always not come together. They thought we would always be splintered all over the United States. Well, let me tell you, splinters, when come together, make a branch. It's harder to break them up when they're together. Now, you can separate them, and they're all weak. But when they come together, just as we have decided to come together for this purpose of uniting, it's off the chain now. What you gonna do? What you gonna say? Oh, y'all ain't talking no more? You ain't working together no more? Yeah, do we have issues? Of course. I'm not that naive. But I'm telling you, the process of having this to happen, and knowing that those who are long gone planted that seed, and they may not see it now, but it's happening. It's here. This tree has grown, baby. This tree has grown, and I won't let anyone separate me from my brothers who are ancient, free, and accepted Masons. You ain't recognized by them. And what? What that means? I don't give a hoot. I'm all about my people, period. I've been hurt by my people because I deal with my people. When you deal with people that you associate with, you're going to get hurt. But that doesn't stop you from the bigger picture. See, some of us, we get hurt. Man, I ain't messing with them no more. They ain't no good. They ain't doing this. Well, you know what? Suck your feelings up and work with those who want to work with you and want to be successful. Move on. Just move on. Leave it, let it be. If you don't like the jurisdiction you're in, demit, leave, go somewhere where you're happy. Accept it and respect it. That's what I tell anyone. If you don't like it here, go someplace else. But don't shit on me because you didn't get what you wanted here. No, don't do that. Go on about your business. Stay unapologetically who you are. Be true to you. That's what I tell any Mason, any Eastern Star. Be true to you. Because if you're true to you, nobody can ever come back and say, well, you know what, man? He did this, or he ain't about this, or he ain't about that. That's what being unapologetic means. Stay true to you. I've been in this organization now 30, 35 years, and I'm still in the same jurisdiction. Have we had problems? Of course. We've had grandmasters that have really done some awful things. Did I dislike them? Of course I did. Would I speak to them now? Yes, I will. I'll speak to them. I'll even work with them. I will. I'll work with them. I don't hate them. I just dislike the fact of how they treated the craft. Period. That's all I dislike. I've been in jurisdictions that has removed my Grand Lodge from their council. You know why? Because I didn't like the way they was doing other jurisdictions. So they told me, look, they told my grandmaster, either you let Tony Muhammad go or your jurisdiction can be removed from this council. He said, okay, see y'all later. Oh, no, forget that. When you stand up for someone, you can't be moved. You really got to be strong in your foundation. Because if they do it to them, they're going to do it to you. I've learned that lesson. When you're dealing with individuals and organization, if you see how they shit on somebody, trust me, they'll do it to you too. So you got to be ready. You have to stand strong. And that's why we're where we're at right now. It took years to get here. A lot of talking. And now that we have arrived, we're at the station. This train is getting ready to pull off. People don't believe it. People are reaching out to me right now. Hey, Brother Hawkins, Brother Tony Muhammad, either one works. Hey, bro, look, we want to be part of that. What's the process? Man, look, I'm going to tell you, I'm excited and I appreciate you reaching out to me to make that happen. And I'm going to get back with you. I'm going to make sure you get the needed paperwork and get you on board. And like I said, it doesn't matter what General Grand Masonic Congress you're a part of. It doesn't even matter. The mere fact that your Grand Lodge or your Congress wants this fellowship, that's all that matters. Your president, your Grand Master, you remain in office. Nobody's trying to take a position. Nobody's trying to tell you how to do your business. None of that. This is purely about association and fellowshipping under this banner. This is us. That's who we are. That's what we're proclaiming. And brothers and sisters, when you're looking at a membership of 200,000 members or so of the ancient, free, and accepted Masons in the Order of the Eastern Stars coming together, when you see that, when you can picture that, man, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm just being totally honest. I ain't got nothing else to say. This has just been one of them weekends where you can sit back, relax, and see the big picture and say, God, look at God. What you gonna say now? Man, and I just want to send a big shout out to all the Grand Masters who was in attendance over this past weekend. And let me tell you this, man, myself, I as the most puissant for the United Supreme Council of the Western Masonic Jurisdiction, I want to send a big shout out once again to the Grand Minister of State, Brother Jason Duran, who went with me to Savior's Day. We had an awesome time. We had great seatings to be in the presence of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and that whole setting, man, was special. I've said this over again. That was totally special. We did a couple of interviews. We met with different brothers from different jurisdictions, asking us, wow, you guys, yeah, we came to represent. We came to represent. Oh, no doubt about it. You know? Oh, yeah, definitely rest in peace, big brother. Yeah, Debo, man. If Debo could have seen this, look, if Debo could have seen this happening, have a Coke and a smile. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just overwhelmed with joy in what's going on with us. I appreciate that, Brother John Hill. Definitely, I did get a chance to talk with the Sovereign Grand Master, the National Grand Master for PHO, Brother Cedric. I had an opportunity to speak with him, and we talked, and yeah, oh, definitely. Look, there's a lot of great things that are happening Masonically, and people are not believing what's actually happening. They didn't see this coming. No, you sat back and you talked, but you didn't see that the roots that was planted years ago was really, it was buried deep, bruh. And all of a sudden a bud came up, and then that tree began to sprout up. Y'all didn't see that coming. You didn't see it coming, and now it's here. That's all I gotta say. Big shout out to the Grand Lodge of Ohio, Ancient Free and Accepted Masons, Ham Grand Lodge out of New York. Big shout out Enoch Grand Lodge. Big shout out to you. HB Turner Grand Lodge was in the house. Big shout out to Dre. I appreciate you. I know you had to get back to Texas. Appreciate hanging out with you, bro. Love you, man. Big shout out to Kings of Kings Grand Lodge out of Jersey. Can't wait to be there to fellowship with you. Big shout out to the Sons of Light, most wishful Sons of Light here in California. Appreciate the work you putting in. Big shout out to Harem Thai Grand Lodge here in California. Man, look, I just named off maybe 10, 13 Grand Lodges right off the top. Brother, big shout out. That's all I gotta say. Prince of Peace Grand Lodge. Sunshine Grand Lodge. I'm just trying to think of the names right off the top, bruh. Just trying to bring them in. King Solomon Grand Lodge. My mind is ripping and running, bruh. I'm just that excited. And for those of you who are part of the craft should be just as excited. Just as excited. So go tell your grandmasters what's taking place. Go tell them, look, this is the shit that's popping off right now. We need to make history, or we're gonna become history. That's all it is. You either gonna make history or you're gonna become history. I believe in making history. I don't believe in just becoming history and then I'm an afterthought. I'm like, oh yeah. No, I want to make history. That's why I do what I do. I want to make history. I want to say this guy here left it all. He gave it all. That's me. I'm not going to sit alibi and just say, well, what somebody else ain't doing, what am I not doing? If I want to unite the craft, then I have to do that. I can't blame that on nobody else. I can't point the finger at no one else. And that's the thing you have to really consider and take hold. That's what we have to do. And what happens is most of us are afraid to do it. You're afraid. That's the problem. Oh, snaps. Well, look, it's time for me to break out, man. Time is called. I got to get out of here. Hey, whatever you do, stay out the bushes, keep your light on. Big shout out to Brother Slaughter, United Supreme Council. Great conversation, brothers. Look, man, we on. Reach out to me. Hit me up at jgjafam@yahoo.com if you want more information on what's taking place with the Brotherhood of the Ancient Free and Accepted Masons. It's on. This train is getting ready to leave the station. You might as well get on it. I'm out. Peace and be well. Blessings.